how's everyone doing? I wanted to do a quick little video just about counselling and depression and how I would work with it if that was brought to session. So first off, what would we say depression is? So it's defined by a few different symptoms experienced over a minimum of 2 weeks. For me personally, I've experienced it and it feels like someone turned the lights out and you've got no guarantee when they're coming back on, and it's, for me, that light going out is like your hope. It feels permanent. You lose your joy in things, you can lose your appetite, you know, things that you really enjoy just don't have the same feel. Your head is giving you a lot of thoughts that feel true, you know, like things won't get better, it would be better if I wasn't here, I'm a failure, you know. So you've got all of this on top of how you're already feeling. It becomes this kind of vicious cycle with no light at the end of the tunnel. It just feels like that darkness is here and it's here to stay. So first off, just in response to that, everything is temporary and everything is changeable, so never let your mind convince you that it isn't. That would be the first thing. But how would I work with it? So first of all, I would ask to check about lifestyle and stuff as well, because sometimes we can, and this might sound a bit strange, but sometimes we can be deficient in certain things and it can give us low moods, such as B12. So you might want to check out different things like that to make sure it's not something from lack of anything or diet or anything as well. We also know things that contribute to it, you know, when we're not sleeping, we can feel worse. When we're not eating right, we can feel worse. When we're not exercising, we can feel worse. And I know it's hard to do all those things when you're feeling low as well. So that's, again, it feels like that vicious cycle. So yeah, so first thing would be to check out things like that and make sure there's nothing that could be causing the low feeling that could be easily, you know, resolved. So check that. Hormones, you know, thyroid, bloods, you know, stuff like that as well. For me, as much as the current advice is, you know, depression is the chemical imbalance, for me personally, it doesn't just happen, and it can be a normal response to stuff that's happening. Therefore, I would say, if you want to do medication, that's up to you, but I would always advocate, if you were wanting to do medication, to do something else as well, because your medication is like a masking effect. So yeah, we might, you know, rebalance the chemical stuff, okay, but we want to work on what's behind it. Why did that get out of balance? You know, for me, that doesn't just happen, okay. Could we be holding on to stuff from the past? Could we be worried about the future? Could we be just in chronic worry, you know, or anxiety? And the depression usually comes hand in hand with that, which is like a great mix, you know. Absolutely not. So yeah, so how would I work on it? I would look at past. I would go through a kind of timeline, if you like, of events. Maybe there's some pain to be released, maybe there's some forgiveness that needs dished out, and that is not forgiven as in the act was okay, that's forgiven so we're not carrying it, you know, because we don't need to suffer as well. So that kind of thing. Also practical things for the lifestyle, which would be, you know, let's bring in some more healthier stuff if we can, if there's the capability there, you know, a walk, a 5-minute walk or something, you know, throwing things in that work for your life that are renowned for mood boosting. You know, we can make a list of things that light you up. I have one just behind us here, so if I ever felt my mood had dipped, I would do something, and it could be something so simple as well as, you know, you're just having your favorite drink, just looking out the window, having a chill for a few minutes. I'm not saying this is going to cure depression, by the way. I'm just looking for ways that would be helpful when you're in that place, to say you're really low, which is like say a 0 on the scale. I'm looking for things that'll lift that up a bit and get the good cycle going and get the good momentum going, whilst we get to work on the inner stuff. If you take medication alongside it as well, you know, fair enough. And the way I like to work, as I always do, I like to hit things from lots of different angles, so you've got the best help, you know. And the way I work as well, I use different therapies, so the past stuff would be classed as psychodynamic, the surface level stuff could be CBT. So yeah, hopefully that's made a bit of sense. Also, I do like to have crystals around, and one of the ones when I'm working with people with depression that I have nearby is this one, which is black obsidian. Can't speak today. So anyways, yeah, so this one, why I choose this, I feel like this absorbs negativity. It's formed in a volcano, you know, so it's formed in the toughest conditions, and just like you, you know. And this, I also find it's like a protection thing as well for people. So intuitively, I always bring that in when there's depression, and I have it nearby for the person, as well as let's absorb what's going on for you. Let's get you seeing the light again. You know, the light is there. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So yeah, that is just a little taster of how I would work with depression. Like I said, I hope it makes sense, I hope it's useful, and thank you for watching.